Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to create a testimonials layout using HTML and CSS. This is the layout we're going to be creating. As you can see, it looks quite nice. And by the way, I'm going to be providing a link to some resources, namely this image, this one, and this background right here. So make sure you grab those from the link in the description and download them and code along with me, because that is the best way to learn. With that said, let's get started. I have an empty folder here on my desktop, and I opened it with my text editor, which in my case it's Visual Studio Code. I'm going to create an index.html file, style.css, and a folder called images. And I'm going to grab those real quick and paste them in the images folder. I'm also going to open this in my browser. Okay. Now let's go to our index.html file, create a basic structure. I'm gonna change the title to Testimonials Layout, and I'm gonna link our style.css file. So link style.css. And now let's create the markup. It's gonna be quite simple actually. I'm going to create a div with a class of container, so container. Inside here, another div with a class of wrapper. Inside the wrapper, I'm going to put an h2, say what our clients say. Below the h2, I'm going to create a div with a class of boxes. Inside, another div with a class of box. And inside the box, another div with a class of client. And inside the div with a class of client, I'm going to put an image, so img, for source images, and say client1, and say client photo. Okay. Below the div with a class of client, I'm going to create an h5 and say John Doe. And below the h5, p element, I'm gonna say lorem, let's say 30. Let me text wrap this. Okay. And now I'm gonna copy this the div with a class of box, everything. I'm gonna paste it once, change the image to client2, and change the name to Jane Doe. And that should be for the markup. As you can see, this is it. And now let's move on to our style.css, but first I'm gonna have to go to fonts.google.com and search for Poppins. I'm gonna take the regular one and the bold one. Go to embed, import, and copy this link right here. I'm gonna paste it on our style.css on the first line. Okay. Now I'm gonna start with some general styling, so select everything with the asterisk. I'm gonna say margin 0, padding 0, box sizing border box. For the HTML, I'm gonna change font size 10 pixels. For the body, I'm gonna say font family, Poppins, and sans serif. Okay. For the background, I'm gonna say URL images bg.png. Now I'm gonna say background repeat, no repeat, background size cover, and the background position center. Now I'm gonna create the container class. I'm gonna style it, so container, and I'm gonna say max width 1100 pixels, margin 0 auto, padding 0 3 rem, display flex, justify content center, align items center, and height 1080 pixels. Okay, good. Now I'm gonna style the div with a class of wrapper. So dot wrapper. I'm gonna say background f4 f4 f4, min height 600 pixels, and box shadow, let's say -4 pixels, -4 pixels, 10 pixels, and RGBA 0, 0, 0, and 0.25. Okay, good. Now let's style the H2. So wrapper H2. I'm gonna say font size 3.6 rem, font weight 400, color EF6749, so that orange color, text align center, and padding top 5 rem. Okay, there we go. Now I'm gonna use the after pseudo selector, so wrapper H2 column after, to place that horizontal line. I'm gonna say content and leave it empty. Display block, height 2 pixels, width 275 pixels, background use that same orange color, so EF6749, and margin 0 auto to center it. Okay, that looks good. Now we'll move on to styling the boxes. So I'm gonna say wrapper.boxes, display flex, padding 0 on top and bottom, 3.5 rem on left and right, and margin top 10 rem. And now for each individual box, so wrapper boxes box, background FFF, border radius 10 pixels, and position relative. Now I'm gonna say wrapper dot boxes dot box column first child. Let me scroll a bit, and I'm gonna say margin right 2.5 rem, and I'm gonna copy this, paste it down, change it to last child, and change this to margin left. Okay, good. Now I'm gonna style the H5, so wrapper boxes box H5, font size 2.2 rem, font weight 400, color that same color, text align center, and margin top 7 rem, and margin bottom 3 rem. Okay, good. Now I need to style the paragraph, so wrapper boxes box P, and font size 1.8 rem, color 555, line height 3.7 rem, text align center, and I'm gonna say padding 0 on top and bottom, 2 rem on left and right, and margin bottom 2 rem. Now what I need to do is use wrapper boxes box.client and say position absolute, top minus 50%, left 50%, transform translate x minus 50%. Excuse me, this should be minus 50 pixels on the top, and as you can see now it looks as it should look. So this is it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, leave a comment if you have any questions, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.